This noon, 7 people still unaccounted for in Lee County as rescue crews continue to narrow down their search area. 23 people died in Sunday's tornado in East Alabama. One family lost at least 7 people. WFF 48's Nolan Crane is in Lee County. He joined us this morning as well. He has a first look at some of the hardest hit areas. Nolan, good afternoon to you. You gave us a great perspective of what the area looked like during our morning show. What are you seeing now at noon?
Liz, this is just heartbreaking. I know a lot of us have seen videos and photos of tornado damage, but until you are here standing in person, it's unreal. Heartbreaking, devastating, shocking, all of those words to describe what I have seen today. Take a look right over my shoulder. You can see piles and piles of wood. That wood is siding, that's ceiling, that's roofs. A lot of destruction and damage, and that pile is something you see you'll see several piles that size on just one block of street. I'm here at a mechanic shop, and you can also see some of these vehicles that have extensive damage. Tail lights blown out, windshields cracked. Troy Bell is the owner of this mechanic shop, and he has dozens of vehicles. This red car, one of several that has been destroyed and totaled as a result of the EF4 tornado with winds of more than 170 miles per hour. But the worst damage, take a look at his shop. It's the red building. They say pictures say 1,000 words, so I really don't have to say anything. This video right here clearly speaks for itself, showing all the destruction that has ripped through the town of Beauregard. And this is Troy Bell. He is the owner of this shop. We have spoken, and he has agreed to do an interview to kind of let us know, where were you Sunday night when this tornado came ripping through?
Well, it was actually Sunday evening, way before dark, a little bit before dark. We was just in the house. I was back there watching me a Western, and all the alarms went off with the phones and interrupted on the TV and stuff saying about, where the weather was coming. And I was talking to my wife, and she said, that's over around Macon County right now, somewhere along there. And next thing you know, it went off again, and we could hear the sirens down the road. And I got to looking on TV and looking at all the Lee roads, and I said, that's right behind us. It's coming this way. I said, you need to call down there and tell our daughter's name Jessica. I said, you need to call down there and tell Jessica to get the kids up, and we'll come get them, and they can come up here to the house. And she said they'd be getting them ready because they was down for a nap. And anyway, when we walked outside, out back, when I opened up my back door of the house and went towards their trailer, you could see it. It was wide. And I told my wife, I said, we're not going to make it back to the house with them. And she said, we got to make it. And anyway, we went and got down there at the trailer and got them up. My daughter and son-in-law, Taylor, he came along right with us, and we barely made it inside the house. And we all just hunkered down in the bathroom, and it hit. All you could hear was a bunch of, it sounded like their trailer was getting slammed into my house.
Wow.
A bunch of booming and cracking, and the house was just rattling and shaking. And it wasn't 30 or 40 seconds. It was over with. It was just as calm. There wasn't no more noises or anything. And I know I was gonna peep out the bathroom door, and my daughter started screaming to holler at me, telling me, "Daddy, get your butt back in here." And I told her, I said, "It's gone, baby girl." And it was gone. And
but that 30 to 40 seconds, which you just mentioned, it did all of this damage.
Yes, sir. It seemed longer than that. It was a fast-moving storm, but I can tell you that's the longest 30 or 40 seconds of my life.
And your house is just several feet away from this shop. And take another look just inside of the shop. It's devastating. That's the word that comes to mind. Mm-hmm. And you can see the walls blown out, no roof at all. It's going to take years for Troy to be able to rebuild his shop. Self-employed, this is his work, this is what he does for a living. Now so many unanswered questions, and unfortunately Troy is just one of many people here in Beauregard that they wake up and this is now what they have to deal with. They have to get all the debris moved. They have to get it cleaned. Insurance adjusters are going around talking to different families. We've also seen help from church members, from the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, trying to do what they can to help people like Troy and the hundreds of other people in his situation. And we are going to stay here in Beauregard, bringing you the very latest from some of the hardest hit areas, even later in this show. And of course, coming up tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. And we'll have more news as it breaks. Reporting live in Beauregard, Nolan Crane, WAFF 48 News.
So powerful. Nolan, thank you for sharing his story. Of course, we're hoping and praying the best for him and all of the people there in Lee County.